We absolutely exceeded expectations. No one thought we'd even make the playoffs, let alone win a playoff game, and honestly came close to winning another one. Nothing really went right for us on offense, yet we were very close to still winning that game. Unfortunately, we fell short, didn't even make the Super Bowl, but it is alright because we showed a lot of promise, and we got a lot of dev-ups and overall development done in Season 2. Of course, the Black Knights are the Super Bowl winners. If you didn't see that, check it out. Last episode, kind of showed some of the dev-ups and whatnot. But going over the team real quick as we enter the most important time, the offseason, where we can build up a roster. And I got to say, our rookie class was pretty good. The 2 guards, very good. Some of our best linemen from last season, and obviously the highest overall lineman, Joe Morant, from normal to superstar dev, 6'2". I did not realize he was 232, by the way. He is ridiculously tanky, but he's got speed. Great release. Short routes, decent. Catching's amazing. Very clutch player. A little bit of juke ability in there. Stiff arm 76, so him having the ability of a bruiser with, of course, honorary lineman, best blocker on the team by far, even maybe some better than some of the offensive linemen, makes a lot of sense. Abilities always helps out a team. Then you, of course, have Jadarius Lewis, who got to star dev, got injured in that game. Cunningham came back. Looked like the franchise quarterback we thought he was going to be going into this season, or going into the regular season after the preseason when he won the job, and then just fell off. Had to start Jadarius. Looked pretty good in the first game. Second game, it just was a disaster. Our offense looked terrible, and one of the big aspects in this offseason is going to be getting another weapon or two. As, there's potential with Shorter, there's potential with Bell, there's potential with Booty even, who had a pretty good game there in that playoff loss, but ultimately, it's Joe Morant and nobody else. No one else is getting open, and that is a massive problem. So it could be a position, wide receiver, that we target early. And also, another position might be a free agent move, but I would like a new tight end too. The backup tight end gets involved quite a bit, and while Latu has made some clutch plays, don't get me wrong, he is also lost out on potential great plays because of that lack of athleticism, and unfortunately, it's just a business. It's a business move. And if you guys want to see preseason tomorrow instead of Monday, 3 likes, and it'll happen. Regardless, there will be a rebuild tomorrow, but also could be preseason. So either way, let's get on to this offseason. Then we move on to the defensive side of the ball, where at times they exceeded expectations, but at other times, guys like Jackson, really didn't have a great year, honestly. Riley Moss, even though he got star dev, outside of the last 4 weeks, he had a down year. And, the linebackers, they're all right, but no stone unturned. Weatherford, I do actually really like, but he is kind of up there in age now, 26 years old. The ceiling is kind of getting close to being reached. All options, once again, on the table. It's really about what do you prioritize most. I think a new DT. Carl Brooks had his moments once again, but we need a new DT. Ronnie Shelton, he finished in, middle of the season, really. As soon as he became like a superstar, he's shown his dev. He actually really stepped up. And then obviously opposite edge. Jackson, while he wasn't great, you got to build on him, obviously. He's got high upside, and he's already, the best edge rusher on this team. But definitely need someone opposite side of him, and then a new DT too. Wall James, I actually almost think he has a better chance to become a superstar than Weatherford, but we'll keep our eyes on the linebacker position. Free safety, Hicks, burned so many times for that lack of speed. Star dev, but 25 years old with only 88 speed. It's troubling. It's troubling. I would love to get a more athletic safety, whether that's a free agent or in the draft. O-line, definitely need a new right tackle. Definitely need a new center. He gave up 7 sacks at the center spot. That's crazy. And then Barber, he was all over the place as well. So even though he is star dev, we're going to keep the options open yet again. 3 sacks, but a lot of the pressure did come from the inside and right tackle spot. So it's kind of hard to tell, was he bad or was everyone else, way worse and it made him look good? I don't know. But yeah, we kind of went over those players. Once again, best available player is going to always be kind of remaining true. Let's take a look at some of the retirements. I know we had a few, but some of the big names, Autry, I suppose, Calais Campbell, Morstead, Zeitler, Randall Cobb, and Dunlap, for us, but really kind of backups. Randall Cobb, he put up that insane year 1 for us, but fell off a little bit in the offseason. The age finally caught up, and, there's that. Ben Jones, big name, Russell Wilson, Stephon Gilmore, big names, Jimmy Ward, Greg Zerline, Justin Houston once upon a time, Bobby Wagner, like always, Fletcher Cox, Taylor Lewan, Von Miller, the Shamrocks losing some big names in this offseason. Bridgewater, Norwell, Rogers for the Nighthawks. That's a massive loss. They need a brand new quarterback. Kenyon Drake, and some other names in here that are, some pretty big names. The Goodwin, the elite return specialist, probably for most teams. Bruce Irvin, Jason Pierre-Paul, Malcolm Butler all had their moments in time, and yeah, they are all now retired men. But let's move on to free agency, where we should have a lot of money, but will we have a lot of options? This is a fantasy draft realm, and most teams probably paid their guys or just don't even have to pay them at all. But we also do need to make sure that, speaking of paying our guys, we pay our players. But D'Angelo Malone, I really didn't see it from him this year. I just didn't. 26 years old, the finesse, it's okay, but I just didn't see it. 7.5 the year before, which is not bad, but then 4 this season with more help. You should have had an up season, not a down one. Romeo Myers, he's 6 foot tall. We have enough of these, average speed, low route running, low release, 6 foot tall dudes, Same with Booty. I think he's a little bit better, though, obviously, so there's more of a reason to re-sign him. I might even do that just because his potential is a little bit higher. Nick Hampton, the edge rusher. Siaki Ika, he had a chance, but he never really developed. Azu Kanma, once again, he had a chance at one point, and then I believe he got injured, and that just threw him off. Whitehart, I want a faster tight end. Not that he's the slowest in the world, but 85, 86 speed would be great. 83 is just a little bit too low. So, honestly, maybe Ika for the depth, maybe Hampton for the depth, and then Booty would probably be the names that I would look to be keeping here. A little surprised that I didn't try to re-sign Ika earlier. 2-year 8 for him. Very good goal line guy, at least. And then Booty, a 2-year 8 is a little high, but I'm willing to pay that base, and he does take it. And then I think Nick Hampton is a little bit worse than I was kind of imagining him to be. Give Nate Miller one look here. Not really that fast. 92, but that's with the +3. So basically a power back without power. That's, not having power is a problem. But let's move on to free agency. Actually, I want to take a look at the mock draft. What do they actually see our needs as? So they have the mock draft 3 with the Bulls taking an edge rusher, I would imagine, in the first pick overall. Where are we now on this list? They have us taking safety. Definitely a need. 5'10", 209. Is it the need, though? Probably not. Wide receiver, edge. Those are a bit bigger, in my opinion, for needs. Yeah, safety's up there for sure, free safety specifically, but yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. Let's, actually, you know what? I want to see the first 2. It's going to be harder to find ourselves, but mock draft 2 sound very profound. Must find yourself. Where do they have us? Where do they project us? Yo, where is this? What week would this have been? Timmy Newton, I remember that now, actually. I remember Timster Newton, back-to-back Timster Newtons. Yeah, I would love to probably get him, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore. We're sitting at pick 26. But here it is, the free agent 1 period. What players will we see, if any, that can improve this roster? We see Dameon Pierce, running back, is not a problem. Kicker, not a problem. Jalen Warner, he's a running back, not a problem. Luvu, what is his ability to rush the passer these days? Of course, listed as an inside linebacker, which could have hurt him. Not a bad player with 80 finesse, but that is not good enough for me to invest. Armstead, what is his ability? 86 power move, actually not bad by any means. That is actually a potential idea. We do need to take a look. Oh, Romeo Dobbs. We do need to take a look, though, at the potential prospects. I don't want to just, go into free agency. I don't need these guys. I do need these guys, and then just completely discount Wicks. You got some Packers players here. Just discount the draft. I think that's just really stupid. I expected less. I did. There's actually some wide receivers here. There are actual wide receivers with potential. Ivan Pace, the middle linebacker. There are some names, and I do actually like what I see. Of course, looking at quarterbacks, there's not really much going for yourselves here. Very low throw power for the most part, and accuracy is on par with what we've got. Really, the only thing that somebody could come in and win on is that throw power, which isn't really there for any of those players. Tank Bigsby, don't really need a running back, but you can never have enough talent, I suppose. So we'll definitely give running back one more look. Wide receiver, there are options, and I'm really debating on some of these. Romeo Dobbs, that is not a bad player. 78 release, 86 deep route, 81 medium, 79 short, 85 spec. 85 catching traffic, 88 catching. He is pretty athletic as well. Elijah Moore, a little bit worse in release, so I'm not really a huge fan of him. Hardman, super fast, but the ceiling, is kind of up there. It's kind of, reached. Wicks, star depth, I will say that is intriguing. Very good route running. Release is a little bit on the lower side. The problem is the speed is on the lower side. 89 speed is kind of brutal. I do think, though, if we have a chance at Romeo Doubs, that is a guy we should go for. And, of course, it doesn't look like anyone else is super interested. So a 3 or 36 for him would be great. Don't want to really pay too much more, but we are in desperate need of wide receiver. He would add to this room tremendously, which is kind of saying something. Not that he's a bad player, but it's kind of saying something. Darnell Washington, 84 speed. Like I said, I'm kind of looking for 85 plus. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get that, as most of these guys are on the older side. Bellinger, or Bellinger if you're not an illiterate. Yeah, there's some speed here, actually. Brevin Jordan. Let's see what we can do for speed. Highest in speed, lowest in age. That's what I want to know. Bellinger is pretty good, actually. 85 catch, 69 release. We do like the release. The release is decent. Brevin Jordan is also insanely interesting, but 6'3" is a little bit on the shorter side. I think I'm going to go Bellinger. Can I do like a 1-year 6 instead, though? Looks like there's a potential chance there. Offensive line, not left guard, not left tackle, not... Maybe center. Maybe center. Right guard, no. Right tackle, no. So maybe center. Left end, absolutely not. DT, potentially. Potentially. Both him being Armstead and Hargrave. They are both very good. I mean, getting one of them would maybe be a move. Right end, Grady Jarrett is interesting. Good block shed, good power move. A lot of teams interested, though, so I highly doubt he would choose us. Carl Lawson, Logan Hall with 77 power move. A little bit on the older side for trying to develop someone from basically scratch. 77 power move's okay, but it's not the best I've ever seen. I don't know what the hell's going on with Harrison with his pass rush ability. But yeah, it's not the strongest group unless you're looking for wide receivers, which I will say we kind of are looking for wide receivers. Any other guy? Oh, Overshown. That's an interesting name. Maybe he has like a depth piece. So there's some options at middle linebacker as well. Right out's pretty weak outside of like the very top. Cornerback, not a problem, unfortunately, for us. There's some okay names here, but definitely on the lower side for athleticism. Safety, do we have any option to move one of those corners to safety? Antonio Johnson, you can maybe get away with using him because he is on the taller side. 88 speed at 6'3" goes a lot further than, our Hicks being 5'10", 88 speed. So I definitely would like to bring in Antonio Johnson, I think. Antonio Johnson's on my list for sure. And then realistically, the other guys, not a whole lot of development to be had. But yeah, with the, what is it called? The competition with Armstead, don't think it's going to happen. Hargrave definitely could put a 32 if this takes another season. Don't know if he's going to be there long enough for us to really develop, so might just draft a DT somewhat high. Once again, it kind of feels how the board falls, but we have 4 names on the list. If we get Romeo, or actually 3 names on the list, apparently. I don't know why it says 4. If we get Romeo Doubs, though, that definitely saves us some draft picks, and it appears we got all 3. Romeo Doubs is now a Bison. Huge addition, 6'2", 93 speed, and basically 78s across the board with plus that in catching is great. Deep routes, 86 even. Jumping's a little iffy, so you can't really throw the jump ball to him, it seems, even though that makes no sense because that's what he is actually pretty good at. He's pretty good. We got extra, depth at tight end, and then Antonio Johnson depth at safety. Could be the starter going in with that size, of course. Making the most impact. But I'm a little surprised that we're not seeing, did we not have another player? Also, I kind of want to give running back one more once-over, if you will. And we add Israel Abanaconda on a 1-year, 3.5 pretty much million dollar deal. A lot of speed, a little bit of elusiveness, and of course, a whole lot of youth. Now we look at our prospects. Of course, you can see here the quarterback room is really bad. I mean, there is nothing outside of the first 3 rounds, and even then, very slim for those pickings. Kyle Jones, didn't really even look into him too much, but a top 5 projected with a 3 to 4 talent grade. Good throw power, which is just really bad that high up. No real athleticism. He's got the size, I guess, but Bradfield, a little bit more of a chance there. Round 1 to 2 talent with elite throw power, a bit of athleticism, just enough. And then Graves, who is a little bit more raw at a 3 to 4 talent grade, but a 2 to 3 projection. Some pretty decent key ratings, good enough throw power, and some athleticism at a 4.61. Definitely a guy I could easily see us going for, without a doubt. Don't know about anyone else. Maybe if Bradfield's there, 10-15-ish, perhaps. But yeah, very weak running back or quarterback room, and at best, I see Graves. I really do, and that's at best. Another bad running back room when we need quarterback anyways. I keep saying running back because I'm on to running back now. Some day threes, we don't really need to prioritize running back too bad. There's some okay names in here. A lot of the guys are pretty much, the typical just fast enough trucking type. That's what we're going to see with most of these guys. Some of them are fast, though. The problem is most of those, if not all of them, I believe, are the 23-year-old variety, like Taquan Alexander, 23, but very athletic, right? 4.2, 4.34 is definitely very solid. But, most of the guys are going to be on the bigger trucking side. Ankrum, I suppose, is one of those guys that isn't super, look at all those Fs, isn't super old. Wide receiver, I threw him on the list just in case we want more depth, but I don't know if I see myself going in the first round anymore for a wide receiver, so it might have been kind of overkill to even scout these guys, but still, you can never use enough wide receivers, especially a wide receiver 3. I feel like Richardson might be like kind of a sneaky steal, 3 to 4 projected with really good athleticism at 6'3". He looks pretty good. Might still even be an option for us in the round 3. Tight end, on my list, there's some decent players here with some athleticism. Ben Mann, very athletic, obviously, 6'5". Then you go all the way down to Webster, who's 6'6", who's a little bit on the slower side, but a 4.63 with great speed is probably good enough for 84 to 86, which is kind of the range we're looking for, even though we have Bellinger. Left tackle, didn't really see what I liked too much. Even this guy's got question marks. Scott McAllister, 23 bench press reps, which is terrible, but at least he isn't a pass block. I highly doubt to see myself going with him, but, I put the guys on there that I think have some level of potential. Cordani with some bench press. He's got a couple of A's in there. Not a very good run blocker, obviously. You're going to see that with a lot of these guys. Webster, don't feel super confident with him either. Irons, this is a guy I actually believe in quite a bit. 21 years old, 6'4", great athleticism. See a decent bit of good grades in there. A run block. He's more of a run block type, which worries me because usually it's the pass block front that is the best for most of these linemen. Preston looks pretty good too. Also 21, I believe. But once again, more bad run blocking. And then Kari Hamilton, 34 reps. Some decent ratings in there for pass block, of course, and just finesse block in general. Then we move on to right tackle. Not a great offensive lineman group, but this guy is probably the guy I would invest in the most. Looks really strong with pass block. And then, of course, he's a big dude, which is always going to make me want them. Didn't get to scout these guys further, but, you kind of look at projections and you're like, okay, A to C, likely their number one attribute, probably at least a B. That's what you're hoping for. But some of the guys like Dennard and Perez already have those ratings. Charleston, top 5, looks great. Rhodes, decent. And then Red, decent as well. Stockton, another edge type later on. Then a bunch of different DTs. Got to scout some of these further. Some of these guys might not even get a chance to get scouted further. Middleton looks great. McCoy looks great. And then Quincy, 398. That's all I'm saying. 398. Left out, off ball. Middle linebacker, obviously, off ball. All of these guys. Weathersby, he is a name that I'm kind of paying attention to. 6 foot. Wait, he was this slow? Did I click the wrong person? Of course, you got some other off balls. We'll get to the corners. Who was it that I was looking at? There's no way that's who I was looking at. Maybe it was Lawton, but he's 23. There's no way. I'm not going to freaking grab him at a 4.9. Hello? Did something go wrong? Wait, what's the left side actually say? Maybe the pro day was worse than the... No, I don't know what I'm seeing, but yeah, there's zero chance I go for him. Okay, yeah, screw that. What in the hell was I seeing? I don't even know. Cornerback, though, some options here. Can you really pass up on a guy that looks as good as Zaire Taylor? I don't know. But very athletic, A-man, B-zone. That could be a guy we draft. Don't even need corner, but the value is there. McLean, no zone coverage, but A-press, A-man coverage. Athletic enough, probably about 90 speed, but he's 6'4", would be interesting at 21 years old as well. Got a couple of other guys, nothing crazy. Safeties, don't know too much about these guys, but as far as athleticism goes, they're the fastest of the bunch, which is why these three guys are where they are. You know, nothing insanely athletic, but when you compare them to the other guys that are like 4.58 and whatnot, or later, or slower, they're the best you're going to get. So at the end of the day, that's really the best option there. Not the deepest class I've ever seen. There are some gems, but overall, there's some worries there. There's not a whole lot of depth at some of the biggest positions we need. I really do worry, though, that we are going to be stuck with like a 4th or 5th round D-end to replace Malone, because, I mean, realistically right now, I'm just not seeing it. I'm not, like, there's some other guys that are higher in the first round, but I can't really trade up for question mark players, I don't think. But let's scout further. The most important position that we really need is edge. Stuckey is definitely a guy I want to take a look further at. McKinney, I think we'll go for a 2-3 or a 3-4 DT, so I'm not really super invested there. DT, was there any question marks? Like I said, I doubt we go first round DT, and even if we do, I'd rather go with someone that's like a little bit better. Like, my best bet is a B for finesse, a B for power move. Yeah, probably shouldn't even have them on my list. Corner, no. Safety, I guess I'll put this. I doubt I go first round safety, but just in case. Roman Nolan, he's smaller at 5'9", but A to C zone, that's good enough for me to know. I don't really need to know any further about that. And then wide receiver, no. I guess O-line, there's got to be a lineman here that we want to see. Not necessarily, to be honest. I kind of like what I like. I think we're chilling there. Really don't want to go with a 4th or a 5th round edge, but honestly, it's really pointing towards that. Of course, this has been a pick that has been edge rusher for a long time on mocks, and I don't know if that was the exact name, but that is an edge rusher, it appears. Kyle Jones at pick 2. They might have just drafted themselves a certified bust. Charleston went 4 overall, so definitely never had a chance at him. Timmy Newton, supposedly going to 6 to us for some time, goes 5. And then we see a tackle at 6. Free safety at 7, DT at 8, cornerback at 9, right end at 10, cornerback at 11, tight end at 12. And I gotta say, this quarterback still being here is definitely interesting. Are teams just not needing quarterback? Where are the Nighthawks at? Because they're gonna want one. Quarterback still being there at this point. Okay, we're only 7 picks back. I gotta really do my my due diligence here. Brad Field, 6'1", 227, 21 years old. Man, I really wish... No, we did scout him further. He's 100%ed. Speed is decent. 1 to 2. I mean, I've seen 3 to 4s that are perfectly fine, and I don't have to trade up for Graves. He's more athletic, but he has less throw power. I don't know. Bradfield's a little bit more guaranteed. I think if Bradfield's somehow there at 26, I take him, but honestly, I can maybe just get Graves pick 10 in the second round or something. I might be able to do that, but if he's there at 26, this Bradfield guy, I have no choice. I literally have no choice. He's just, the value's there. The value might still be here. Some of you guys are probably dying inside. Did we just lose him right last second? We didn't. Oh, Bradfield is still there, dude. Man, grabbing quarterback in the first round kind of puts a damper on some of my other plans later on. Wide receiver, I think, is just completely neglected. As much as I really think Richardson's going to be a goon, I think you got to just pass on him completely at this point. Still need another lineman. I really want it to be Eric Winters. If I traded back and either didn't land Graves or Graves was significantly worse than Bradfield, I would never hear the end of it, and rightfully so. And rightfully so. Oh, and then Taylor's a top 5 talent in the entire draft, apparently. I don't think I land Taylor, though, if I take a quarterback here. I'm going to ponder the trade back. I'm going to see what is there. I am going to ponder, because I'm not saying that I'm, like, super fond of Jadarius right now, and I feel like he's going to be the guy forever. But he is an option. Pick 30 and 94. How do I pass on that? With a team that just beat us? I mean, I'm willing to go crazy trade downs if teams are willing to get this desperate with us. 39, I get a second next year. I mean, how do I not take this Pioneers pick? This is like insane trade up. This has got to be for QB, right? This has got to be for Bradfield. They don't need him, though. Like, what's that trade up for? Guard? Okay, I guess. And Bradfield goes to the Tigers. Okay, we're going to see if we made a really bad decision or not. We got a third-round pick on top of that trade down, though. I kind of want to trade down one more time. Because I can't take Graves now. That would just look so dumb to take Graves one pick after Bradfield. But at the same time, these trade backs are not looking the most enticing. Pick 39, what is that? I think I can do this. I think I can do that pick. We get a third round next year. We move to 7. And we start our new life. I don't know. I think we're taking Graves here. I don't want to lose quarterback because, you know, we do need the competition. Weathersby is there. I don't know what happened with my scouting of him. I'm going to be honest with you. Going to go do a once-over. Graves is still there, thankfully. That corner, man, we really don't need corner. But the value of a top 5 true talent, I don't genuinely know how you pass that up. But at the same time, I really want this tall tackle. The safety's still there too, Nolan. All right, Deion Graves, that's going to be our guy. I do also got to admit, I kind of fell for the speed a little bit more as well. He's, you know, significantly, he's going to be a couple points faster. He's a little more athletic with juke ability and spin move. If he's hidden, I think we've done a win. And he's hidden. 91 throw power, 84 speed. Really? 84 speed? I guess. 90 excel. I don't know what Bradfield's like, but we got a couple more picks, and we still landed a hidden dev QB. I don't know what else to tell you. And I'm worried about Taylor going. Do I really need Taylor, though? Let's see what it costs to trade up with the Lumberjacks. I really want that tackle, too. We ended up trading Hendon Hooker, a 2nd round this year, and a 4th round this year to move up. I don't even know, like 15 spots-ish, I think. 14 spots. That's not terrible. Next pick is 26 in the 3rd, though. I think this is going to be the corner. I think the pure value of Zaire Taylor is just immense. And I don't think you pass up that value ever. Oh, maybe this time I should have. Normal dev, but 95 speed, 89 jump, 93 change of direction, 93 excel. Top 5 talent's got to be at least 77 overall, though. Which, if it is, that's like basically corner 2 automatically. And I really want this big tackle. I want this giant tackle, and I don't think I can get him. The trade-up would be so expensive, and I don't even have a DT. I don't even have an option for DT, really. We do have the big 400-pounder, though. Don't know how good he would be at getting to the quarterback, but maybe stopping the run. Although he's got B power move. What's the athleticism, though? Well, let's just talk about it for a moment. 40 reps. Not the worst speed I've seen for his size. So many options. I really want that tackle. Like, I really want this 6'7" tackle, dude. 21, 6'7". Not the strongest, but he's huge. What about Preston? 6'3". Can't really put him at tackle. Hamilton, I don't really know if I trust that he's hidden dev. And McAllister's just terrible in general. Hamilton. 22, 6'5", 330. Definitely built more of a guard than a tackle. Winters is just that guy for me. I don't know. I'm going to try to get to 20, and if Winters is somehow there, I'm taking him. But if not, I might just have to just be really sad and let him go. Really. I'm not really sure how getting to 20 is going to help me. It's still going to be an expensive trade-up, but it is what it is. He's still there. And I can't do it. I tried to do a 3 this, a 3 next, and 2 decent players, and it just didn't happen. It just simply didn't happen. I'm going to take a look, see if he's there somehow, but yeah, he's surely gone. Man, I hope that corner was worth it, because, I mean, we did spend a decently high pick on it. And unfortunately, yeah, he's gone. What do we do at DT? Do we wait? Oh, man, I really wanted 2 new linemen. I guess, you know, our left tackle's fine. Center wasn't great, but I could live with it. Right tackle is just the biggest by far need that we have. I really don't trust McAllister with that lack of strength. I think Hamilton's our best bet to play tackle. Even though I really don't like his ratings too much. I think he's the biggest dude for the spot. And then DT, we could roll Quincy at worst, and that might be the case. Safety, Antonio Johnson, he's okay, but Hodges is not bad value at all at 3-4. I don't see how we can make these trade-ups, though. And we still got to get an edge rusher. Preston, how many linemen are left? Literally all of the players I've wanted, like 90% of them have gone in a row here. Webster, I mean, I guess maybe Irons because he's 6'4", but he is a little undersized, I guess. So I'm going to wait till Irons or Hamilton are left, and then I think I'm honestly just all in on Chip Quincy. He's not really a scheme fit, but he is athletic for strength, and he's not much slower than, what McCoy would be. He's a little bit better probably for, actually getting to the quarterback, but I really also want that safety. I don't know. But we're going to move on to those linemen go, and then we'll figure the rest out later. Future fifth with a sixth this to move up 11 spots. I really genuinely don't know how I trade up any more than that. I really don't know. I don't know if I can, honestly. Because I think realistically we need to make a play for a, what is it called? Edge rusher still. With a DT after this offensive lineman, we still need that edge rusher. So hopefully Hamilton's star. No, he's normal. Oh, that sucks. 89 strength. I mean, he's okay. He'll probably be the starter anyways, but that blows so much. I can't trade up. I've got to move on to the next pick. Whatever, whatever player we lost is player we lost. What can I say? Safety's still there? No. Kind of makes it easier on me. Do I take Quincy now? I still need edge as well. We have a couple of options. Gleason, big 6'5" dude. So I think we're going to go Chip Quincy now because we're basically out of options at DT. But edge, we can wait on. Quincy, be one of those superstars. Damn it. 96 strength, 398-pound DT. Things have slipped a little bit. Of course, it is later on in the draft, so it makes sense. But that does suck. It does not change the fact that it does suck. So we trade a fourth next year, Daniel Falele and Hayes, to the Monarchs for their fourth-round pick this year, which is pretty late in the fourth anyway, so it's not like they're really losing much. But we are making that trade up as I believe we are going to be going for the edge rusher, which I would assume edge rusher, Jeffrey Gleason, 6'5", 22 years old. Athleticism's decent enough with a B finesse, C block shed. You're not getting an elite player here. You're probably not even getting a hidden dev player, but you're getting a guy with some size and a little bit of potential. Damn, I knew we weren't going to get hidden, but 85 speed, 80 excel at 6'5" is fine. He's the automatic starter at right end unless there's a free agent we find along the way. We now move all the way on to our 7th-round pick. We do not have a lot of draft picks. Next year we kind of skimmed quite a bit. However, we do have that extra third still, I believe, so we can use that to trade down, I suppose. So we basically gave ourselves an extra pick for next year to just use as a get your picks back move. Little surprised this Mullins guy is still here. I'm a little confused as to why. Ridley, who's this guy? 22, 6'4". Yeah, he's okay speed, but he's not anything elite. That offensive lineman's kind of intriguing. What other options do we have? I definitely was expecting to do better in the DB department, safety specifically. Maybe this guy could make a decent safety with that zone coverage. And then you have this guy who's really just a little bit of speed, nothing crazy. So I think it's either going to be between Haskins or this random offensive lineman, which I kind of like. I think I'm going to go with this lineman, Enrique Mullins. Normal dev, he's a 3-4. He actually had some decent looking ratings. I don't know how I didn't see him on my list, but that's going to conclude the draft. That is basically how it's done. We added some through free agency. We added some through the draft. Let's see these overalls. What's that corner? Oh, in fairness, 80 overall. He is actually a goon. 80 overall, 82 man, 76 zone. Press a little low, catching's a little low, but everything else is actually really, really solid. Obviously very speedy. Do I see him as an 80 overall? Not really. Some of our other overalls, not the best either. I want to look at the quarterback last because he's kind of like the most intriguing. Hamilton, he's a finesse blocker. He's really not that good. I wonder what that center is like because I, basically waited till it was just one of them. And, yeah, I don't feel super great about that draft pick. He's a 70 overall right tackle. That's crazy. Chip Quincy, 78 power move, 72 block shed. Not my best work, but it can be done. I don't like the injury stamina toughness too much. Swim, spin, bull rush, that's great. Super strong. Not a bad DT too, if you even want to call him a DT. Then you have Gleason, who will end up playing one of the edge spots for us, probably right end anyways. 75 finesse, 69 block shed, swim, spin, all the kind of good traits. Great injury and stamina. There's definitely potential there. The center, there's no point in looking at. And then the quarterback, Graves. Let's see the accuracy. 76 deep, 75 medium, 82 short. Average sense of pressure is great. Injury and stamina are great. He's got a little bit of athleticism, pretty good, juke ability, great change of direction. Awareness is low, but everything else is pretty good. Throwing the run even. I mean, this guy is obviously the front runner for the starting quarterback job. I'm not going to look at his dev, but very, very interesting. Was he the only hidden we drafted? I know the corner counts as a great pick, obviously, and Quincy's not a bad pick either, but yeah, he was actually the only hidden dev we got. Very curious to see, though, the quarterback Bradfield. I think we made the right call, though. Definitely made the right call, in my opinion. Especially trading down for a third-round pick. That was kind of crazy. Wrong player. I want to see the quarterback dude. I would imagine he was pretty good. What was his overall anyways? 74 overall. Dev? Normal! I mean, he is more athletic and he's got more throw power, but he is absolutely not a wasted pick. We did not sell by passing on him. That is a dub. We actually did very well. We did very well there. Who else did we have? I want to see the tackle. Please be normal. Please be normal, because I really wanted him. Where is he? His name's not Ross. Was that him? No, that wasn't him. When did he go? Am I feeling okay? Did I miss him? Oh, was that the round 2? Maybe he went like early this round? Oh, it was... Wait, I'm so confused. Where did he go? Ah, there he is. So the Caps, Winters. No! Pretty balanced pass blocking. Pretty balanced everything. Just run block finesse a little iffy. Oh, I can't believe he was hidden. Dev, please be star. Okay, could have been worse. Could have been worse. Let's take a look at the center. Was that him? Irons. Not too much before us. Brian Irons, of course he was hidden. Great pass block finesse. I mean, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're hidden, you're a win any day of the week as an offensive lineman. But, yeah, as long as they're not superstar, I'd feel a little bit less bad. And we did have an option. I think, was it Middleton was my main pick that I wanted at DT and didn't go with him? Don't know. Well, if it was, Middleton was hidden. 82 finesse. I know there was 2 good finesse players, I believe. Middleton might have been the guy, actually. What's the dev? Star. Okay, not like any crazy devs here. Maybe Graves is superstar plus. I don't know. Maybe that's the best dev. What other DT was there? Was it McCoy? I think McCoy was on that list. Normal dev, in fairness. 80 finesse. Okay. It's now time to go to the first game of the preseason. Of course, we'll end up playing that maybe tomorrow even. But let's take a look at free agents, see if there's any names that we might want to add to our team. Fullback's interesting. Quarterback, there is not going to be any options here. What about like the rookies? 94 throw power for Jimenez. He was already in the league beforehand, though. Matt Boone, 97 throw power. Very, very high throw power. Everything else is kind of iffy, though. Running back. Any athletic guys that fell into free agency? Not really. They were all taken, apparently. Speed? No, not you, Bourne. We just said speed. Not that if you do speed, I don't know if he does, I don't know. Mac Price, some speed there. Speaking of, Polk, some speed, but all 23, though, which, sure, you can... Wise was actually on my list, wasn't he? He went UDFA. I mean, I'll definitely keep him, or sign him. Not bad. Free signing. We like to see that. Anyone else, speed-wise? Wise is a good little pickup. I don't mind that. That's not bad. And then you have Mayer. Some of the release guys on here are not the best. All the high release are just terrible in speed, so it's kind of pointless. Tight end, any speed? O-line, we'll look at that ourselves. Brevin Jordan goes to free agency. I probably don't even need to sign Bellinger, in fairness. No big names in free agency for O-line. Not really surprising anyone, obviously. Colby Wooden, an option at left end. Get ourselves some depth for DT, really. Definitely could use another edge rusher as well, as we really didn't do ourselves too well. We should have actually seen Gleason's finesse or whatever. I think he was a finesse type. Should have seen his finesse just to see. This guy's actually not bad. Dobson, 23. I'll add him to the list. Why not? But yeah, Gleason, really interesting to see what kind of value you can bring us. Nick Hampton's back in free agency. Edge, Zach Harrison. Once again, I don't get it. I'm not really sure what you're getting here. Block Shed's great, but, power move is only 68. His power move is a little bit higher. That Block Shed is kind of crazy. Could have been something. Linebackers, any speed overshown made it to free agency, so that's definitely an option. just to add some depth to the linebacker group. Probably will even do that. D. Winters, another depth piece. Corner, any like youthful corners that we were like kind of looking at. Barber, Harris, I think both of those might have been on my list. Rodney Harris is definitely pretty interesting. I guess actually Barber might be better. We'll take a look at those guys in a sec. McGee, 88 speed. Don't know why I clicked on him, but didn't look at the other guys. Let's take a look at Barber. Maybe one of these guys are star. You never know. Sometimes you see them in free agency. 58 catch for that young man. And then Harris, who's 5'10", so obviously a little bit shorter. 66 catch. Probably a little bit better. So, I mean, if we're going to add any of them, it would definitely be Harris. Then free safety, Hickman, you know, kind of next door to Antonio Gibson, or Johnson anyways. I don't know where that came from. JT Woods with a lot of speed, might be willing to bring him in. And then for the other positions, not really going on there. So probably JT Woods and call it a free agency / draft. Might actually do the training camp while we're here, perhaps. And did we see it? I think we might have actually looked already, but 75 finesse, 69 block shed, which is not bad, I suppose. DTs, I'd imagine, yeah, Quincy's already at number 2. Doug Costin's still here. Carl Brooks is actually not bad at all. Just didn't get that dev up, so Quincy makes more sense to play that DT spot, in my opinion. Starting outside linebacker will be Walt James again, I imagine. We just got to actually move some of these guys to their outside linebacker spots. Zaire Taylor already the highest overall on the team. There's a lot of question marks on who should be where. There's a lot of guys that star Dev Plus on this team. Taylor's not one of them, but yet he has the highest ceiling, so that's saying something. Hicks moves down far, I believe. I don't know who's going to stick it out long term, but I think it's pretty obvious the way some of these lineups should be starting off, and then we'll, you know, let free agency, or preseason anyways, you know, whittle it down a little bit. So now before the video ends, we're going to be doing the training camps. Don't know how much you'll see of this, but you'll see a little bit here and there, and then of course the upgrades that come with it at the end. Hopefully we also get some dev trade upgrades, as that would be nice to see some of our normal dev guys that are probably going to get a chance here, like Romeo Dobbs and you know, Gleason, the edge rusher, and potentially like Walt James or something. See if they get a star dev plus upgrade. It would be really clutch. But starting out with target passing, I have advanced. I have improved. And what I've known is that this is actually easier than doing the pass skeleton outmanned. So the player we want to get the most XP and upgrade chance possible is this new quarterback. And with that being said, I want to do the one I think is the easiest now. I used to not think that. Boom, doubler. And I'm just saying, I mean, this is guaranteed. It's really not, but let's hope. I kind of like his release. What a throw. I mean, already into the bronze with 6 throws left. Although I'm not really liking this one, I guess. But like I said, I do like his release. Did we hit that one too? No. The timing on that one is beautiful, though. Into the silver, 4 left. They're not really giving us any easy ones, though. It's all like this one. This man moves nicely, too. I don't know. This Graves guy might have found our dude. Perfectly timed again. Oh, my. How did that go over it? We just need another doubler, and we're cooking. Oh, this is free? Kind of. As long as he catches it. Okay, we still got gold anyways. I don't know why that went the way it did. And he dives for that. He didn't even need to, but I thought he could have easily went for that ball and just kind of sold. Bop. That's not going to hit anything. At least he slowed down and caught it. 27,000 XP in the first try. You automatically get a little bit of XP, and you get an attribute point. Can you get the dev up? And he doesn't. But then again, maybe he can't get a dev up because maybe he's an X Factor. Jadarius Lewis time. Although I will say we probably should have went with... See, I want... You know... Oh, there goes Romeo. Where art thou? But I want the... You know, the new quarterback we got to have... Oh, look at Romeo Dobbs cooking! To have the best chance. But at the same time, this one does require a little bit of throw power. So maybe I did sell. Uh-oh. Oh, that is P the F-I. It did not take me that long. Promise. It would have been it would have been a moment if Jadarius would have got superstar there. Rushing attack. This should be pretty damn easy for Rodriguez. Clear as day. Shouldn't be more than one try. Obviously, it was a breeze with Rodriguez. It is now Dobbs with the wide receiver battle. I don't know if that's good enough. The throw's on. Perfect. Easy. Kind of torching off the line, though. Look, I mean, burning. A little surprised it's not Taylor that they got defending these guys. Oh, my. Sharp. Bop. Yeah, Romeo's not bad. He's a very fast dude. Oh, off the line. Hit him with the throw that we usually would hit if we see that. You see that in live play, you throw that every day of the week. I mean, he's literally torching him. Like, it's just not even close. Easy. Okay, I mean, just don't even guard him anymore. Oh, crap, I called for it early. I'm going to go for an aggressive. See what it's like. I mean, look! He's not... What is that throw, though? He's not even close. Easy clap. Give us a star, Dev, would you? We never get breakouts during the season. Give us a star, Dev, especially for offensive players. No Dev up. This, of course, is going to be Mr. Morant. Give him the slightly harder one, which now I'm thinking maybe you shouldn't have. A little bit better coverage, but we should easily nail this one as well. No Dev up for Mr. Morant either. Not that it really matters since he is already, like, basically maxed. Do we give this a chase and tackle is going to be a linebacker. Trench battle, do you give this to Cordale? Yeah, Cordale's going to take a little bit longer to get upgrades because he's a bit of a higher overall than Gleason anyways. So, also, let's give it to the player that actually has a chance to maybe complete it, as Gleason is a lot more raw. Though we'll say finesse seems to be the best way to do this, although we are smoking right now. Get the hell off me. Boom. 2,000 XP. It's still only like 3,000 for this, I think. It's just less time to do, or more to do. Get. Yeah, we're all struggling here. Don't worry about it. Oh, speed boost. Kill! Oh, we didn't get the thing because I'm an idiot. I try to have a little bit of fun. Nope. Get out of my way, would you? What is wrong with this game? Neither do they... You can't have fun. I'm just going to cheese it because you can't have fun in video games anymore. It's all about metas. Ow. Damn, well, that guy's gone. He won't be bothering us anymore. Oh, he's back. Please. Thank you. Kill him. And very easy. 5,200 XP. Just bull rushed every single one of them. Dev up? Question mark? Nope. Could help him get to the quarterback better, but nope. Chase and tackle. One of the worst ones you can have. Cam Jones isn't actually that fast, all things considered, so I'm actually going to go Walt James. He has the most gain from this as well because he actually has a chance to get a dev up, whereas Cam Jones is just getting that +1, which is big, but as long as Walt James makes the tackles, I think he is the better guy for this because he is faster. Well, we're doing okay. I don't want to jinx it. Oh, Lord. No! I just jinxed it! This is such a hard one, man. Whoever made this one deserves to be tickled. I don't know. Oh, nice. We'll take that. Freebie. Especially when I get hit by the thing. The thing blocked me and actually did. And he slowed down at the end, too. What a scumbag. Actually going to punch Rodriguez right in his nose. Easy clap. Ronnie Bell should never get by Taylor, let's be real. I mean, this is too easy. This is too easy. Take the shot. All right, gold. Still better than the tackle one, though. And the final two are special teams, which can go 50-50. Boom. Oh, we almost had it. Hit the accuracy off purposely because we were a little bit too far to the right. Didn't really work out the way I was hoping it would. That should be good if we actually hit it. Oh, that's so BS. It would have been in. Get that. Oh, that's a Jeej. First try on the kicker one. That is pretty impressive. Purposely hit the accuracy off because I knew we were too far over. Didn't really work out. Never usually does. Like, I need to hit this short. Okay, that's way too short. Need to hit that short because we were slightly off. And that should be good for another freebie. Nope. Either way, gold. Could go to Superstar. You never know. I think I've had my punter or kicker on, was it this series or a different series actually go up in dev? But now we do the coffin corner, which is like the third hardest one. Missed it by 400 points. Good enough for me. I really hate the coffin corner one. You need literally 5 in a row to have a chance at winning it, which is just ridiculous. It's just terribly coded. But we got all of our challenges done. Let's get ourselves our upgrades and call it an episode. Guys like Cam Jones had 2 to go, and he didn't even, participate in the training camps. I don't know if that's a good upgrade or not. We really could use some speed for him. He's not the slowest, but it would definitely be beneficial. 85 speed. Yeah, he's not the fastest either. Chad Ryland, I think he's 1 off of 99 power, or he recently got it anyways. 1 to accuracy. Kick power is just the best way to do it anyways. And 3 to accuracy. 98, 83. Not bad at all. Forbes with 2 upgrades himself. Keep going with slot. Keeps the man coverage scheme as the primary. And then gives you some really good upgrades in general. Speed. Man, even zone, obviously. 2 to press. Yeah, maybe he doesn't need zone, though. But that'll be for the future. Rodriguez, speed is what I want. And I also want to get him to 90-plus spin move if possible. And we're just... I'm done. We're just going trucking. It's just is like 3 upgrades in a row where we didn't get a juke move or a spin move. Don't know what that's about, but sure, man. I would like to get a +2 to release to get him to 80-plus release. So we're going to go with physical. Of course, physical makes sense for a bigger body, if you will. 3 to release. That's what I'm talking about. 81 release now instead. Jackson, 82. Not really an upgrade I wanted, but an Excel will take it. Joe Morant. I think it's slot time. His release is already really good anyways. Get him some medium, short route kind of things. 3 to medium. That's a beautiful upgrade. 3 medium and deep is kind of what he needs. So slot and or deep threat is what we're going to be going with. Taylor, already a really good man corner, but we're going to go with slot anyways. 2 to man, 1 to excel. Almost matching his speed now already. Riley Moss, zone coverage is kind of lacking, so we're going to go with zone coverage here. Already apparently up for another upgrade in a second. Man and zone, still under 80. Weatherford, run stopper is the poor man's field general, and we all know field general is the best middle linebacker upgrade in the game. Basically the best upgrade in the game in general. Really nice upgrade there. Walt James, speaking of, as a middle linebacker playing outside. Field General. Pretty comparable to the upgrade we just got. Very athletic. Graves, the quarterback. Kind of needs medium and deep accuracy, so we're probably going to go with strong arm. I think that gives you a good chance at that stuff. Let's see what he gets. Gets 1 to medium, 1 to throw under pressure, so everything is 76 plus for the accuracies. And then Jadarius Lewis, I mean, he really needs, strong arm kind of throw power upgrades. But Improviser usually gives you the best chance of that. Nice little upgrade, but not for throw power. And then Turk, who's kind of lacking in kick power a little bit, will get 1 here. I just know it. Nope, 3 to accuracy, which is a nice little upgrade anyways. But that is basically going to be it as we head on to preseason for next episode. Going away, home, and away to start this thing out. See if we can test these players out, see what we're looking at. I'm not saying Graves has got a guaranteed chance at the starting job, but he has a very good chance at it. But we're still going to have that QB carousel, I'd imagine. And, here's the rest of the roster. Looking promising. Looking promising. Didn't have the best offseason, but we did add some pretty big names. The cornerback is a big name. Quincy's, a very big name physically. Gleason, he's got potential, but I wish we could have done more for edge. Wide receiver, I think Dobbs is amazing. I think he's literally perfectly complementary to Moran. They're like basically almost the same dude. And then obviously we got the new quarterback. Right tackle could have done so much more for as well, but it is what it is. We have a limited number of draft picks, and free agency wasn't that great unless you needed a wide receiver. That's what we got 1 of, and we're stuck with free agency. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this one, leave a like. Maybe subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate your support on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. And once again, if you want to see the preseason tomorrow, 3 likes, and we'll be cooking it up. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video,